Hi, welcome to T3 Teach Tech Theater. It's Tech Theater Thursday, and I am Kirsten Branch.
And I'm Julie Benitez.
And we're really excited because today is the day that we are going to unveil to you our virtual unit in Tech Theater. So here's how this whole thing came about. We have been hearing the rumors, I'm sure like a lot of the teachers have, of what is happening, and we're going to do this plan or this plan or this plan or this plan. And our district came up with a really interesting way, I guess, of starting this school year. And then early August, the governor kind of shut down our county and said we would be doing 100% virtual learning. We were really bummed because we wanted to, we all want to see our kids, right? Everybody wants to see their kids, especially at the beginning of the year. And so Julie and I started brainstorming and talking about, well, what is it that we can do to try to pull the kids in right away? Here's the current plan for the Grossmont Union High School District. We are 100% distant learning. Mm-hmm. We have the semesters divided into quarters. So quarter one goes from August 10th when we start until October 9th. And we meet with all of the odd numbered classes during that time. So 1, 3, 5, 7. From October 9th to the 18th of December, that is quarter two, and we'll be meeting with all the even classes, 2, 4, 6. So then we had to figure out, okay, so that's going to be the case. And in addition to that, we have to meet with them 2 times a week for an hour via Zoom.
Synchronously.
In a synchronous learning platform.
Not everyone can join us synchronously, and so we needed to have asynchronous and synchronous at the same time, or have both platforms. So it ended up kind of flipping the classroom so that most of the stuff could be done online without the teacher, and that we would have to be doing some screencasts about like how do we do the actual, how do we do something on the computer. But I am spending, our Grossmont Union District decided that we were going to spend most of our synchronous time trying to just connect with the kids, trying to create that sense of ensemble, trying to get to know them. I'm going to be doing a lot of social emotional learning. Yeah. Everyone's real jacked up about paying attention to their body, paying attention to their emotions, paying attention to all of that stuff. So our first chunk of this, we decided that when we were doing the design, we were going to focus on the design of their life.
So we took this then with the idea of how can we take, especially because for a lot of the Tech Theater kids, they're new to the program. And so how do you grab some kid into interest in something they know nothing about when you can't smack stuff with a hammer? So we need to connect this with why do I care and connect it again to their lives. So Julie, you're going to talk about the basic unit structure as to how we're going to format that. So ready, go Julie.
So in trying to find out how to make it connect to them, connecting to their lives, we decided that we were going to say that everything in the world is designed. Everything in our lives are designed. Whether it's a good design or a bad design, it's all designed. And Kirsten saw a TED Talk and we're like, great, we'll just hang it all on that kind of general idea. And we decided to go with our 9-week schedule that we were doing first elements of design, principles of design, and some color theory. That's going to inform all of the other design things that we're going to work on. So we're doing that for 3 weeks. Then we're going to do a sound design unit where the students will end up using a digital audio workstation, learning how to cut together pieces of music to talk about their lives, a soundtrack to their life. We're going to be doing some costuming, how costume informs a character, how costume informs them, and we're all wearing costumes because I love my costume. This is my I'm at school costume with my apron. Talking about light, not talking about stage lighting yet, because our plan is that we're going to spend our first quarter, the first time we're talking to all of them, talking about them and life. Once we get to know them a little bit better, we're going to start focusing on theater itself. We're going to be talking about set design and lighting design for the stage. But that's not what we're doing right at the beginning, because I want to drag them in. I want them to feel successful and that they understand it, because this is stuff in their regular life. So in our lighting one, focusing on, actually I pulled a lot of Instagram photos of like, let's look at these things that we all see and what what direction is the light coming from? What's the color? What's the intensity? All of the things that we do talk about in staged lighting, but in a format that's easier for them to understand. We're also going to be talking about their set. What are the things we surround ourselves with? What story does that tell? Because that's all of our things are designed. What tells the story? And same thing with props. What are the things that how are our stories being told through what we have around us? What our props are. We're hoping that this will tie them in, catch them in, and get them a really good basis so that when we go to the next time we have them, the next quarter, and we move to theater specifically, they'll have an understanding because they will have connected it already to their life.
And we also need to explain that the way that that's going to work with our schedule is that we will see them from August to October, and then we do not see them again until January to March. So there's a kind of, really a gap, but we want to lay some foundations here. And one of the challenges I think that we're going to face in looking at this is that we've got those kids that need to do things with their hands. And initially, especially with the first 3-week unit of Elements and Principles of Design and Color Theory, it's going to feel like arts and crafts. And
Yes.
so we need to frame it in a way that this is the foundational knowledge that they need that is going to inform every single other thing that we talk about. So that's our cautionary tale to you, is that you as an educator are going to need to make sure that that gets framed so that we don't have kids just rage quitting with what's going on because it feels like they're coloring. The other component of this is the challenge of materials. So Julie and I have come up with a list of materials that will be part of this unit as well. So we want to make sure that we have equity within our classroom. So we are supplying everybody with a kit. And this is the kit that will have all of the materials that they need for these different projects. And the goal here is to be as simple as possible, as you will see. And so they'll have scissors and glue and index cards and different things like that. You're going to get the list, so you'll be able to see that. But really, we're not expecting the kids to go out and buy things or to make things that are out of the range of folks that are maybe don't have access. So we want to make sure that we are mindful of that as well.
Because we are creating the lessons that we are actually going to be using in our own classes, as all of us being now brand new first-year teachers, as we do it all virtually, right. I did not have all of these lesson plans already created. These are things I normally do in the classroom with the student, hands-on, I'm right with them, and I am in the middle of creating some of them, and Kirsten's in the middle of creating some of hers. So then we're putting them all together for the 9 weeks. So the way that we're doing this at the beginning is that we are releasing 3 units, and then next week we'll release another 3 units, and then the third week another 3 units, because we actually have to have time, because our school's starting on Monday. So we're trying to a friend of mine actually said this yesterday, and I thought, this is perfect. She's like, I'm trying to simultaneously climb 4 mountains at the same time, and I'm getting nowhere. And I'm like, that is exactly what it is. Not only are we trying to go virtually, not only is there a COVID going on, our school is moved to a new learning management system. So we're learning this learning management system right in the middle of doing virtual learning.
Yep.
And of course that we're theater. So we do things with our hands, and that doesn't work so well virtually, but we're going to make it work really well virtually.
Because that's what we do.
Indeed.
So we're very, very excited about this unit. And like I say, this is something we're going to be doing it in our own classrooms. It's being adopted by most of the teachers within our district. We're going to share it to as many places as we can. We're excited to see where this goes, where this unit goes. And we would love for you, once you delve into this, please send us feedback, because we want to see where we have been able to be successful to help you in distributing this curriculum, and where you're going, I have no idea what the heck this means. Please, please help me. Because That's the beauty of this. We want to send it out, but we also want to have a conversation.
Please.
So, yes, please, please. So if you have any questions, or something is unclear, or you need something that's follow-up, like Julie said, a lot of this stuff is stuff that we have covered in the past in person. We are now trying to make sure that we adapt it so that it's user-friendly for you as the teacher, but as well as all of our students online. So we welcome any type of feedback or questions or ideas. We consider this a community of technical theater teachers, and we want to be supportive of you, and we would love for you guys to give us feedback as well, because like Julie said, there's no longer any experts in this, right? We are all first-year teachers. And as always, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching this video. We are so excited. Please let us know if there's anything that we can do to help. If you just need a support system, because we are right here in the trenches with you, my friends. We know what this is, and we know that the only way we're going to be successful is to find that group of people with whom we can link arms and just hold on, because it's going to be a wild, wild ride. So please feel free to shoot us an email at teachtechtheater@gmail.com. Check out our website, teachtechtheater.org, or continue to like and subscribe to these YouTube videos. And in addition to that, please tell a friend. We're starting to find people that are like, hey, have you checked out these folks? We are here for you. And we are certainly here for the people that are not so familiar with the world of tech theater. That's really where our heart lies. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Bye.